not be surprised at all if Janice Tjen pushes her very hard indeed. We shall see this first quarter final. Good to go. Eala against Tjen. It'll be the number 3 seed, Alexandra Eala, to get us off and underway.
Change 0. 15 love. Trinta 0, terceiro lado. Out.
Well, late call.
30-15.
Eventually came, but
30-15.
Fabio Souza got there first. Didn't miss this forehand by much, Eala. Very close.
Quarenta 15. 40-15.
Yeah, solid start there from Alexandra Eala.
Primero game, first game.
And noticeable as well in that opening exchange how Eala was quite keen to deny Janice Tjen too much time on that forehand. Own. So she won't be lacking confidence or self-belief, that's for sure. But this is what Eala can do.
0-15.
She does find tricky little angles off that backhand. And that might just unsettle Janice Tjen.
Zero 30. Love toss it.
Yeah, the double faults have been interesting actually for Tjen. 9 in her first round match when she beats the 7th seed Eala Jean. Just the 1 in her last match. And that came early as well actually. But I tell you what, Eala is doing what Eala does best here. She is creating these angles, she's mixing it up, and she's giving Tjen little time on that forehand. This is tactically superb. Great points, and 3 of them for the number 3 seed.
Let first service. Game Eala.
Oh dear. Well, that is a sobering start for Tjen.
Ela vence 2-0. Leads 2 games to love.
She has pretty much had it her own way here in Sao Paulo, blasting past Eala Jean and Martina Okolova, dropping just 6 games in 2 matches. But she's dropped the first 2 here against the number 3 seed, who is looking very, very confident indeed.
Quinze 0. 15 love. Treinta 0. 30 love.
Well, you can't lose a match in the opening 3 games of the first set, but you can certainly find yourself well and truly on the back foot. Better from Tjen. Just a little more time on that favoured forehand.
30-15.
Nice to see the appreciation from her opponent.
Quarenta 15. 40-15. Quarenta 30.
Opening double fault for Eala.
40-30.
It's been a super start, hasn't it, for Alexandra Eala?
Ela vence 3-0, leads 3
Both
games
players
to love.
coming into this in fine form. Well, as I said, you can't lose a match in the opening stages of the first set, but it can start to get away from you if you don't get a game on the board quickly. That's exactly where Tjen finds herself at the moment. Eala is playing the perfect tactical game here. She's starving Tjen of any time on that forehand. And anything short on the second serve, which has been a problem for Tjen this week.
Love 15.
Eala is all over. So at the moment, all the messages coming down from Eala are very, very positive.
Music wise, 15-0.
Gets a lot of balls back as well, Eala. That's the other problem that Tjen has.
15-30. iguais, 30.
There we go. Just one of those few points where Tjen was able to dictate proceedings off her forehand and draw the mistake from Eala. Chance to hold then.
Let versus
Ooh, well, a let off for Tjen. That's a little careless from Eala. Tjen is on the board. Still a breaker serve down. Eala leading 3-1.
Out. 15-0. 15 love.
Well, Tjen quickly getting across into her forehand, and this is better. Much, much better. looking to shift momentum. And there's no better way of doing that than breaking serve. And she has given herself a real opportunity here. Finding a better length with these returns. And Eala, well, stopped in her tracks really. From 3-love up. Absolutely coasting. Not coasting now. Far from it. This is looking very shaky from Eala. Yeah, a few words as well from Julian Bosch. Break back points then for Tjen. Oh dear. Well, the problems for Eala started at the back end of the last game, where she gave away a couple of cheap points that allowed Tjen to hold. So, good response from Tjen. It was love 3 and all at sea. Now it's 2-3 and she's in the ascendancy. However, as I said at the start of the match, Tjen has been haunted by double faults here in Sao Paulo. 9 in her first round match. 3 already in this quarter-final. Just the 1 in the second round. Well, they do seem to crop up. She can't afford too many cheap points when you've got the quality of Alexandra Eala on the other side of the net. Good though. Nicely placed forehand. Signs are certainly there that Tjen is now settling very nicely. What a super second serve.
40-15. 40-15.
Well, we said earlier on, didn't we, that it was Eala sending down the positive messages to Tjen. Other way round now. Tjen with a lovely second serve. A real sign of confidence. And on the line,
10.
and all square.
3 iguais, 3 games on.
Yeah, puff of the cheeks from the third seed. She has been reined in. Yep, flush on the line. Just lost a little bit of its bounce, skipped through. Gets the glare from Eala.
15-0. 15 love.
And there, the Tjen camp, Chris Bint, closest to your camera a few moments ago. Oof. Wow, look at this. What a turnaround.
15 iguais.
All of a sudden,
15
it's Tjen that is finding time on that forehand. And making Eala pay a heavy price for a fairly average serve.
Treinta 15. 30-15. Quarenta 15. 40-15.
Well, having lost the last 3 games, that's a really good response from Eala. Gets herself back in front. It's the first set that is flying by. Just 24 minutes on the clock. Eala 4-3 now. First quarter-final of the day on serve. Tjen recovering well from love 3. Now 3-4.
Zero 15. Love 15.
And she knows, Eala as well, that if she can manufacture those angles off the backhand, she will have Tjen in trouble. Brilliant first serve. That's a rocket.
15 iguais. 15 all.
And Eala did well to get this back, but calmly done off the forehand.
Let first service. Let out.
Tried again, but that just kicked up.
30-15. Let the service. Quarenta 15. 40-15.
Try to just take the pace off the ball. Got just a bit too close to it. Well played. He's holding a nerve really well here. He's Tjen playing catch up in this opening set.
4 games off. Zero 15. Love 15.
Well, Tjen will see this as a golden opportunity to nick a break maybe and serve for the set. She'll believe that it's possible because she's in the ascendancy here, having won 5 of the last 7. That's good length from Eala.
15 all.
It's happening a little too often now, you know, from Eala.
15 toss it.
Dumping the ball in the net. So close to it. Did that to allow Tjen onto the scoreboard. And she was 3-love up, Eala, and has paid a heavy price since then. Finds herself behind on serve. And again, inexplicably dumped in the net. And this is now the golden opportunity for Janice Tjen. Well, there's lots of words from the coaches. What a chance this is for Tjen to turn this first set on its head. Well, 6 inches to the left. That would have been a winner. And we're just seeing, aren't we, Chris Bint and Julian Bosch, the respective coaches, looking a little twitchy in their chairs. This is such a big game and a big moment as well. Break point number 2 for Tjen. Eala can't find a first serve anymore either. Magnificent from Janice Tjen. Absolutely out of this opening set in the first 10 to 12 minutes. Trailing 3-love. But she has fought back and now leads 5-4. Serving for the set then. Tjen at 5-4. A new lease of life. Looking confident and very, very dangerous on this serve. got a little lucky, Eala, via the net court. Just coming up now, this next shot here, this volley. Got a good overhead to win the point. It is a hands on hips moment, Alexandra.
30-15.
What has happened in this first set? Just one or two loose shots when she led 3-love, opened the door for Tjen. And in fairness, Tjen has not looked back. Has bulldozed her way back into this opening set and just 2 points away, potentially, from taking it. However, those double faults, they are still a real problem for Tjen. Very good. Eala asked the question a couple of times there. Tjen very confident in her approach. Firstly there, and then with the overhead that eventually set up this set point. Not there yet, though.
Iguais. Deuce.
Second chance. A little clench of the fist there by Chris Bint. Oh, wow, what a fight back from Tjen, reeling off 6 of the last 7 games, recovering superbly well.
Segundo set. Ao serviço Eala.
Eala needs a similar start to set 2 that she had in set 1. But Tjen is not the same player that she was at the start of set 1. Tjen is looking every inch a player that has won 60+ matches this season. 6 ITF titles.
Iguais. 59.
And the key, really, as it has been for the whole match for both of these players, is which one can impose themselves, impose their style. Eala did early on, but it's been all Tjen since then. Yeah, and the mistakes from Eala are now coming thick and fast.
iguais. Socio.
Well, Tjen also needs to be a little careful. Doesn't want to do what Eala did when she was 3-love up and start getting a little loose, a little sloppy, and just gifting gains, because that could be the cue for Eala to turn this around. Too good. Well, Eala is now saying to umpire Fabio Souza that that was long. 2 or 3 shots ago. Not sure we'll see it here. Maybe a little late in the rally. Here's the winner from Tjen. But there was a point down the left-hand side of the baseline. There you can see Eala pointing to the baseline. That looked long. It really did. Came from the jet. And here we are at deuce. I'll tell you what, that is real aggression from Eala there. Was not going to lose that point. Important first game of this second set. Eala needs it. Tjen would love it. But Eala has it calmly done. Helped down the line by the number 3 seed. Number 8 seed, Panna Udvardi. That'll complete the quarterfinals once those matches are over. And then tomorrow, semi-final Saturday and the final itself on Sunday.
$15-0. 15-love.
Didn't do herself any favours there, Tjen. Just hesitated and almost showed her hand with the forehand. We might see it here. Just almost there. Look, took so long and set her body up that Eala knew where the forehand was going. Forced a mistake from Tjen. Well, Eala taking liberties there, really.
30-15.
Coming in that deep on the second serve, asking Tjen to serve that one close to the line, and she did, and Eala had no control on that return. Don't think she'll do that again. Well, let's see, shall we? Another second serve. How is Eala going to put herself now? Well, she didn't come so far in, Eala, that time, but still, it's a wasted opportunity. When we look at the set scores this week for Janice Tjen, they are remarkably good for a player who hadn't won a main tour match before, beating Eala Jean in the opening round 6-2, 6-3, then 6-1, 6-love against Martina Okolova, and now 6-4 as we know here in the first set against Alexandra Eala.
Light first service.
Well, it's a beautiful forehand. Right on the line.
0-15.
Yes, it was a little central.
Love 15.
Still, such was the pace behind it. Eala couldn't get close. And what Tjen's doing well is that every now and then, and this is a good example of the variety that she has on that forehand, she's taking the pace off it and just focusing on placement. Unsettling Eala in the process. Oh, what a devilish little slice that was from Tjen. Catching Eala out.
0-40.
This was a good shot Eala played, but look at that from Tjen. It barely got over the net and it died. And Eala was left completely stranded. Talk about in trouble on serve. Love 40. Oh, my word. What a statement. Breaking Eala to love. Well, it is all smiles, isn't it?
2 games to 1.
For Crispin. In Tjen's corner. Slightly more glum expression one feels for Eala and her camp. She's a set and a break down the number 3 seed. 3 in the first set. I don't think she'd have believed it if he'd offered it to her. But she's holding all the cards right now. Is Tjen,
0-15.
having won 8 of the last 10 games.
Love 15.
And she makes it 9 from 11 and backs up the breaker's serve. Eala is bang in trouble.
Fault.
However, this is not a good start by Tjen in her quest to get herself into that lofty position. Hasn't dropped a set all week, hasn't looked close to dropping a set all week, Tjen, but this is new territory. Quarter-final on the main tour. Eyeing up her first ever semi-final as well. She's won a lot of tournaments at lower level. But she needs a big breakthrough. And it might come here in Sao Paulo. It's got a big serve as well. I haven't seen enough aces from her this week. Only the 6th all week, as opposed to 14 double faults. But there was no way Eala was getting anywhere near that. 178 kilometers an hour. Very quickly, she passes another test. Tjen, a little test of character there. Love 30. And a big service game of hers to try and get herself 3-1 up and the comfort of a backed up break. Well, there's definitely more venom behind this first serve. Must be careful on the second. Oh, she was. She is swinging freely.
40-30.
And bearing in mind what a good defender Alexandra Eala is, she's not getting close to these forehands. Tjen then. This for 3-1. Kept saying it, had to be careful on the second serve and eventually caught up with her.
Deuce.
Oh dear, back-to-back double faults. On the verge of holding serve. Getting into a 3-1 lead. But now, without having to do anything, Eala has a chance to break straight back. Five serves in a row now. Tjen has not made Eala play a shot. But she holds on, keeps herself in with a chance of getting that 3-1 lead.
Deuce.
Well, Eala is not allowing Tjen a game point here.
Vantagem Eala.
She is building pressure nicely. Can she now take one of these chances? Nope.
Iguais.
And now it's turning into a pivotal game, particularly for Eala, having had multiple chances. Still though, Tjen hanging on.
Vantagem
And now, with the second ace of this game and of the match, has given herself her first opportunity to hold. And this would hurt Eala. Tjen holds. And that feels like a big hold.
Tjen vence 3 games.
Very cool though, isn't she?
3 games to 1.
No big reactions, no big fist pumps. It's all about getting the job done, taking it game by game, not looking too far ahead. But maybe in the back of her mind, she might just be thinking that is one big step closer to the final 4. So, Eala now has this match out of her hands. Oh, well, so dangerous when she gets onto that forehand.
15 iguais.
And Eala knows it.
15 all.
Look how quickly she just gets around onto the favoured forehand and just picks her spot. Too short, and it came back with
30.
real firepower.
15 tosse.
Well, Eala here in big, big trouble now. Tjen's tail is up. She senses another chance to break. Could be on the horizon. It is. It's here.
15-40.
Eala is looking a little jaded.
15-40.
Well, this really would be dreamland for Tjen if she could take one of these next 2 points.
Game 10.
Again, too short, and Tjen just licked her lips when that came over. Knew exactly what to do.
It's 4 games.
It was another telling forehand, and look at that scoreline. Well, Alexandra Eala knows it's time to start getting games on the board. Has to break back now. But Janice Tjen has made a habit this season of winning a lot of tennis matches.
15 love.
And when you're 6-4, 4-1 up against anyone, and you've won over 60 matches in a year, you believe it's a formality. You're going to win another. Doesn't matter who's at the other side of the court. Third seed or someone making their debut. You're not seeing them. You're just seeing how you're playing. You're seeing how you're just clicking into these gears and reeling off points. And that's exactly what Tjen's doing here. She's not even thinking about the fact this is possibly one of the biggest wins of her career. She's just striking the tennis ball with incredible confidence.
40-0.
And maybe Eala was thinking to herself a couple of games ago when Tjen broke for the first time that maybe there'll be a wobble, there'll be a few nerves. Not any of it. She is powering through this service game. 40 love up in the blink of an eye, on the verge of leading 5-1. She's got to get there.
40-15.
She'll know that.
40-15.
So will Eala. We saw it last night, didn't we? Beatrice Haddad-Maia against Laura Pigosi. Haddad-Maia 6-1, 5-1. And then suddenly the fight back, and it was 6-1, 5-4. But there will be no fight back yet for Eala. She's going to have to do what Pigosi did last night now and somehow come back from 5-1 down in the second set. Pigosi, even when she did that, it wasn't enough to win the match, but goodness me. Eala's going to have to find something extraordinary now because she can't see it. Eala looks, dare I say, a little resigned. Tjen, on the other hand, looks ready to celebrate the first ever semi-final on the Hologic WTA Tour.
0-15. Love 15.
And the body language of the two players speaks volumes right now.
Quinze iguais. 59.
Well, that just looked tired.
15-13.
And maybe it is just catching up a little bit with Alexandra Eala. Winning that 125 events over at Guadalajara last weekend might have just taken its toll. Tjen knows that she's almost there, but just needs to dot the I's, cross the T's, get the job done.
30-40.
Oh, goodness me. What a moment this is for Janice Tjen. On the verge of knocking out the third seed. And booking her place in a first ever main tour semi-final. Coach looks a little nervy, as you'd expect, but inside he must feel it's coming. This first semi-final, surely a matter of moments away. And here is the second chance, and that's a forehand delivered with real intent.
Vantage in Tjen.
And what's impressed me most about Tjen is the fact that she has not looked overawed at all by this moment. She looks made for it. Match point number 2.